Hello everyone, it's the weekend and so there's another couple of Lavinia Stamps video tutorials from me to you, and this is the first one for Saturday. I'm featuring 2 or 3 Lavinia stamps in this, along with a Lavinia Stamps stencil, and the fairy that I'm using is called Make a Wish. In fact, she is one of the first stamps that I ever bought from Lavinia Stamps. She's gorgeous. Let's get going then. I have a pack of Lavinia Stamps multifarious cardstock in all different sizes, and I'm using the A6 size this morning. It's really lovely quality cardstock, very super smooth, and I'm using the A6 size along with a few bits of copy paper here, as you can see, and there's the cardstock. Now this is a multi-layered stamped card, apart from the first layer, which is a stencil. And the stencil I'm using is the gorgeous Flora from Lavinia Stamps. So just going to pop it on, not bothering to tape it down, and I'm using Distress Inks, this new Kitsch Flamingo, which I love, and a firm favourite already in the release before last, which is Speckled Egg. Now this is quite a wet ink pad. This one I've used a lot and it's quite dry. So I will be putting different pressure onto the makeup brushes that I'm using, starting off with Speckled Egg. So starting in the middle of the card, just in a circular motion and quite heavy handed on the head of the brush. It's quite a firm pressure, but make sure your stencil doesn't move. So I'm not going right to the top, but I am going up towards the right hand corner, but I'm not going right to the top there either, and I'm not going over to the right hand side or left or bottom. I want to stay in the middle, but also create a shape. You know, I just don't want a strip of colour. So that's the blue, coming down a bit. And I think, just have a look, yes, that will do. A bit more over here maybe, but, and then I'm using now the Kitsch Flamingo. Change brushes. Now this is a very wet pad, so I want to be careful. So more gentle now, starting off in the middle and blending into that blue, and then coming down and then swinging over a little to the left so that the pink gets its own identity there, and then back to the blend again. I'm not going to cover all of the blue. I want that to have its own space as well, so you get combination of both colours and both blends. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's nice. Bit darker than the original card, but that's because I had a firmer pressure. You can release the pressure if you want it to be paler. I quite like that though. Next it's the word stamp, and for this I want to make sure it's placed slap in the middle, so I'm using my stamp press. This is my Mini Misty. And moving those, and then I'm going to get the words, which again are of course from Lavinia Stamps, and they are called Moon Glows Bright. The stars are shining, the moon shows bright, the fairies are waiting to dance through the night. Lucky old fairies. Right, pop this down. Roughly, well, yeah, it is. I need it in the middle, and it looks as if it's in the middle to me there. Close the lid, move it over so that you can see what I'm doing. That's not bad. Sorry about the reflection of the lamp. Won't be long, folks, but you are going to see that glare, I'm afraid. And then I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink pad, which I've laid down, and now I can't find it. What have I done with that? There it is. Make sure your stamp is up the right way. In this instance it isn't, so swing it around a bit. And I'm going to have to start again because I've moved the position. I have a wet cloth and a dry cloth. I've stopped using baby wipes in my shack now. I just use wet and dry cloths. And then over we go. Let's see if it's in the middle. No, it isn't. Nearly did it again. I nearly put it upside down again. Okay, I mean, you can't read it that well with other stamps, excuse me, layered on the top, but you do need to start off with the premise that it is accurate. Okay. Right. Now, VersaFine Onyx Black. That's good. Gentle, gentle. And down we go. I'll lift it up. Perfect. Take that off. Clean the stamp. And my fingers. Watch your fingers on this card, because it is, as you can see, lots of white space. Okay. Next, it's the fairy herself, and again, keeping the stamp press by your side. It's the turn of the fairy. She's lovely. Make a wish. Now I'm going to, let me get a pencil here. You see the word "the" at the bottom here. Take the E for instance, and I'm going to make sure that when I place this fairy down into my stamp press, her foot is just touching the end of that E letter. So then I will know that I've got the stamp positioned in the place that I want it to be positioned in, which will be identical to the card that I've made. So just being guided by the toe of her foot, and once that's in the right place, I'm just letting the rest of her go, and she should be then perfectly positioned. That's the plan. Let's have a look. Make sure it is butted up and to the sides as well. Pop it down. There, over. Make sure that's back in the right position. Lots of gentle tapping, especially on the body of this fairy, because it's a really solid silhouette shape, and this is where I want most of the ink to be. Right, let's go for it, yeah? Inky fingers, no, they're okay. I've got a towel on my lap, so I'm wiping them on that and over, pressing down gently. Paying particular attention to that body of the fairy. So more pressure on that area, less on the flowers at the side and the seed heads. And let's just see what I've got. Oh yeah, look, perfect. That's good. Off she comes. Quick wipe with a wet cloth. Quick dry with a dry cloth. Hands, knees and boomsy daisy. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that. Got the pickle in me today. It's going to be a good weekend. Lots happening this weekend. Ooh, all crafty stuff. Right. So, there she is, isn't she lovely? One more stamp to do and we're nearly finished. This is called Pink Orbs, this stamp. Yeah, Pink Orbs. And they also do a mini Orbs and they do a blue Orbs. But this is the Pink Orbs, but it's going to go orange because I'm using orange ink from Versafine Clair range called Summertime. Thought it would give a bit of contrast. So I'm inking up well because I want this to be shown even though it's going to be layered. And so consequently, being a lighter colour, it will sink behind her. But there's none of this masking stuff because I can't be bothered with all that. Okay. So, positioning the orbs so that they filter and taper off towards the end, they're going down to the right hand corner. I'm just going to, you see these two, let me get my pencil, see these two seed heads? I'm going to angle it so the dots of the orbs is just beneath or in the middle of these seed heads, and the rest of it then, if it's positioned across her body, should fall into place. Well, that's the plan again. And up. And it does. Oh yeah, cooking with gas now. Right. Nearly at the end now. Orange sparkle pen. I don't know if Tracy's got these on the website, but I know she sells some. I'm not sure what colours though. So this is a Uniball Signio orange glittery sparkle pen. You can use any colour you like. I've just gone with the tone on tone with the orange. And I'm just going to add a few extra dots. So just to put my own identity on it. So a couple there. And then I'll add a few here. And then a few more under her foot. There. Don't forget the threes. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget the 3, 5s and 7 rule. You know, you want odd numbers for these. I think that will do. Then the final thing is some enamel accents. Ranger's enamel accents in white. You can use any dimensional product that you have. I like this one because it gives me the enamel look rather than a clear look. So just going to fill in one there, and I want them to be quite small as well. Don't want too large. So just a tiny dot there, and that will give me a smaller one. And then one there, I think, yeah. So that will be 3 up the top. And then another one here, tiny, or well, ish. Another one here, following the circle that the image is giving me. And another one there. And then a tiny little one there. Yes. And I think that's it. Okay. Apart from taking a archival ink pad, minding the fingers now, this is a dodgy bit, just going to go around the edges of the whole card to frame it. Keep your fingers out of the enamel accents. Keep any dirty inky fingers off of your white spaced area. I've managed to achieve it. I hope you do too. And that's it. So I'm taking the original card, you see, and then that would just fit nicely on top of that. I've just made a card blank about 1 centimetre all round from the original card. You can make your card blank as large or as small as you like. So that's it, folks. Thanks for looking today. I have, pop this down, I've had a super time showing you this card. I'm going to do more of these multi-layers because it seems to have worked out quite well. And it's easy, isn't it? That's what I like, it's so easy. So there's the one that I made yesterday. On reflection, I think maybe the background is better because it's a little bit paler. But this one is still pretty good. So I'm pleased with that as well. I hope that you like it. Thank you for the lovely comments you leave me. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll be back tomorrow with another demonstration. Bye for now.